Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. I know sometimes you think love's not real, and I promise I know how you feel. But think about this, right? It's no accident that this has befallen you, right? You know, straight after the relationship, you can be in a really bad place, and many of you may be in that place right now. Really bad place, really dark place, okay? But I promise you, you are gonna rise from the ruins. You will rise from the ruins. These dark days don't last forever. Now, it doesn't even have to be just after the relationship when you're in a dark place. You know, sometimes it can last for some time. You know, you can actually last for some time. The rumination, the questioning what's happened, the betrayal, the hurt. It can bring you so low. Narcissistic abuse can bring you to such a low point in your life, right? And you kind of think to yourself, like, why me? Why did I deserve this? Why am I being put through this? You know, when all you did was love, be genuine, be pure, be empathetic, be kind. You're not perfect, but you tried your best by this person, and all they did is repay you with abuse, and it can leave you feeling so alone and confused and feeling like you've got nowhere to turn. You know, it isolates you. It's horrible. It's so horrible. But you know, it's not a race. It's not a race. That's one thing that you have to reassure yourself about, chosen ones and empaths, right? This healing journey that you hear about, that you may have come across. I know many of you are further along in your journey now, but there's still many of you that are at the beginning of your journey. And the healing journey, you need to know it's not a race. It's a gradual process, right? There's no exact science to how long it takes to heal. Everyone heals at different rates. Everyone heals at different rates. But there's something that you all collectively need to know as chosen ones and empaths. You are different from many victims of narcissistic abuse. Many victims of narcissistic abuse. And the difference with you is you've woken up to the narcissist. This is the big difference. You have to understand that there's victims of narcissistic abuse out there. Now, I know another person suffering doesn't make you feel better about yourself, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to bring to your attention is that there are people out there suffering the same way you are, confused, nowhere to turn, isolated, in pain, hurt, betrayed, yet they don't have a plausible reason why they've gone through this with this individual. But you've already awoken to the fact that this dusty weirdo, deranged parasite is a narcissist. You've woken up to that. And that is a big deal. That is a really, really big deal. Because, you know, the longer it takes you to wake up to the narcissistic abuse, to waking up to a narcissist, hinders your healing, you see. And many of you, because I read the comments, and some of you like have switched on so quickly that you've dealt with a narcissist, right? But same, yet again, just like the healing journey, it's not a race. It's not a race either for how quick you awaken to narcissistic abuse or not. It all happens at the divine timing by God, by the universe, by karma. It all happens at the right divine timing, you know, when you're ready to receive the information, you know, because some of you maybe even was involved in the relationship with the narcissist in your life and you were researching about narcissists. Some of you could have been in that scenario, and you know, it took for you to go through a bit more with them, for them to unmask a bit more, for you to fully realize, you know. But you need to understand it's not a race regardless, but you need to understand that you are in a different circumstance to many victims of narcissistic abuse that don't even realize what they're dealing with. They have no clue at all, and some of them end up in hospitals and other places, some of them, fall victim to reactive abuse, and they do things that they, they'll react to the narcissist and they can land themselves in trouble. They don't really realize what they're dealing with. Some of them lose their minds. This is really catastrophic what can happen with narcissistic abuse, which I'm sure you're fully aware of because you've been through it, right? But I know it may not seem like it now, right? To many of you that have been through this hurt and this pain. But I promise you, I 100% assure you, not 99%, right? It's going to take you to put in this 1% and God or the universe will do the rest. But I'm telling you, it may not seem like it now, but you will be grateful the relationship ended. You will be grateful, 100% grateful. And like there's no twists or turns. Like, you will be grateful that the relationship ended and you get your life back. And you'll realize that you've got your life back and you wouldn't change it for the world. You will reach this place. I promise you'll reach this place through the healing journey. You'll reach this place where, you'll be filled with gratitude that this relationship has ended and you've got your life back. And be prepared for your blessings to come. That's what I tell you to do now, right? On this journey, even if you're in a low place, be prepared that you're not going to be in this low place forever. Blessings are coming your way, right? Blessings are really coming your way. And look out for them because they're going to come your way, right? For a myriad of ways, right? For a myriad of ways, it can come in all different forms, It can come in wealth, it can come in people, it can come in, children, it can come in family, it can come in... There's plenty of ways that this blessing can come and manifest in your life that's going to come to you, right? And the thing is you don't even necessarily have to receive all the blessings to start being at that point that I was just bringing up before about you being grateful that the relationship ended. I know this might seem like a distant future fantasy fairy tale to some of you, right? But it's real. It's real. You only have to read in the comment section. There's plenty of people that here already. You get to that place where you don't want them back. You don't desire them. And that's part of your closure. You get to that place where you no longer desire them. You no longer want them back. You may still have the fond memories of when they was kind or the love bomb stage. You may still have some of those memories that you need to sort through, but you're at that place where you don't want them back and you're grateful the relationship ended and you're seeing the positivity that has entered your life by you being out of this relationship, But like I was saying, during this time, during these dark days, be prepared for your blessings that are going to come your way, because there's blessings coming your way. For the pain you endured, for everything that happened to you, you will be repaid greatly. You've been guided. This, like I was saying at the beginning segment, this isn't an accident. This happened. You have to think about this. It's not an accident. It's not a mistake. There's something out there, whether some people call it God, some people call it the universe, some people call it angels. There's something out there that caused this separation between you and this narcissist involved in your life and allowed you to wake up to the reality of what you was facing. Because look, how many people are still asleep in narcissistic abusive relationships? We haven't even touched on that yet. There's many that stay asleep in the relationship and never get out. It doesn't matter how your relationship ended, whether you were discarded, reverse discarded, or you cut them off because they become too toxic. It doesn't really matter. It's divinely orchestrated, this ending. Now, I know you go through incredible hurt and incredible pain, but your blessings are coming. I promise you, your blessings are coming soon. You know, they will be coming your way. Just look out for them. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Just like this video showing up for you, help it show up for someone else in the community that it may be of benefit to. Please remember, if you would like me to shed some light on your personal situation, you can always reach out and book a one-to-one session with me. The link is in the description box below. But you know, you got to understand that this narcissist that was involved in your life is keeping watching you. You know, you need to be aware that if it could be on social media, if some of you on social media, it's highly likely, it's most likely, definitely, right? Definitely, they're watching you on social media through fake accounts and various ways. Also, they try to keep contact through associates or flying monkeys or things like that. And if you find yourself in a situation where you're not on social media or there's no flying monkeys or associates, they resort to physical stalking in some cases, not all the time. But also, like I've mentioned in a couple of videos recently, they also use websites to find out information on individuals. There's these websites you can type stuff in. I don't know of them, but I've heard of narcissists doing this. There's websites that you can actually find information out about individuals. You know, I don't know if it's addresses, things like that, you know, and maybe jobs and things, you know, information. There's so much information on the internet. They can actually use these websites to find that information. So they do keep watching you some way, somehow, right? And, you know, for example, if they know you're struggling and know you're in pain, it's okay. You know, you're going to be struggling in pain. They anticipated that. They knew you was. And remember, they're never satisfied. So even if you are struggling in pain and they've caught wind to it, or they know you're struggling in pain, remember that they're never satisfied and they wanted you to be completely broken. You know, they wanted you to be completely destroyed. You know, you've still shown resilience and strength. You're educating yourself now on this channel, on our channel, and other channels alike. You know, you're proving that you're resilient, and you know you've got strength. You're proving this, right? So just understand they do keep watch, you know, and they're not going to be satisfied regardless of what they see. But if they see you hurt and upset, they will be stimulated somewhat, you know. But this is the thing. If you're walking into your blessings and you're taking this in your stride, you know, like you've reached a place which you're going to reach where you're grateful the relationship ended. You feel like you've got your life back. You're preparing for your blessings. You know, you're humble. You're maintaining. You're continuing on your journey. You're rising. You know, you're preparing for your blessings. You're basically in preparation season. You're in like a season of preparation. You're waiting for your blessings to arrive to you, and you know they're coming. You're assured they're coming. The brighter days are coming ahead. Even if it's still dark clouds are lingering over you, you know brighter days are coming ahead, you know? And the narcissist will see your transformation, you know? And, you know, this rise from ruins will basically transform you. This is what's been happening through the process, you know? So, like, you've reached a point where you're grateful the relationship ended, you've got your life back, you're preparing for your blessings. You're also maybe finding some meaning or some purpose, or you're working hard at your career, or you're just staying focused. You're staying busy, you know, and you'll notice that this rise from ruins has transformed you, and you've become this whole new person. It will happen before your eyes. You'll basically, one day you'll get an epiphany. It's gonna happen to you. It will happen, you know, as long as you're not, you know. If you stay in the mind state of, like, you know, like I was saying in the beginning segment, like, I don't think you will stay in that you won't stay in that mind state, but I'm just gonna prepare. I'm just pointing it out there just in case you do, because, you know, when you think, oh my God, how did this happen to me? Why has this happened to me? Why has this happened to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it has happened. it's not, you didn't deserve it to happen to you. No one deserves to go through narcissistic abuse. But I'm trying to say that you need to see that this was divinely orchestrated and extract the beauty from a negative situation, which is a superpower that empaths have within them. It's something that you have built within your DNA, right? You're able to extract beauty, which sounds very strange, a strange word that I'm using there, beauty, but you're able to extract this beauty from a negative experience and basically transform yourself through a period of time. And like I said, it's not a race. Don't expect results overnight. Some of you will get results overnight. Some of you it will take longer, you know. Some of you have been out of the relationship very quickly and you know you're seeing signs already. Others have been out of the relationship for some time now and you're still feeling negative effects. But you just can't, you will be in that mindset at a point in time where you're like, why did this happen to me? Why am I going through this? Why isn't someone else going through this? And you'll stay in that, but you can't continue in that mind state. You have to release that. You know, you release that and you start analyzing exactly what's happening here. You know, you need to be grateful and count your blessings. You know, you're not stuck in the narcissistic relationship no more. You know, you're not asleep no more. It's hard when you wake up. It's very hard when you wake up. And my heart goes out to you. It's very hard when you wake up and confusing. It's so hard to when you wake up, you know, discovering that the person that you cared about, that you loved, was a narcissist. It's so confusing, you know, and, you know, it's a whole rabbit hole that you go down, you know, but you basically it's better for you to be out. And that's why you eventually hit that point when you're glad that you've got your life back and the relationship ended. So you'll be at that place, you know, and you basically start to transform. So you'll rise from these ruins that you was once in, and you'll rise, you know, and you'll transform and you'll become this whole new version of yourself, whole new version 2.0. You won't even recognize yourself. You'll think differently. You'll feel different. You might even look different. You know, you'll really, you know, you would have took it in your stride and you'll just be becoming this better version of yourself. And you'll be thinking, wow, look at me. Look how far I've come from the pain that I was in previously. Okay, now I'm starting to see that this is the empath striking back. You know, this is how you strike back in the way that you lead your life, in the way that you pursue your life forward, in the way that you thrust yourself forward and ascend and grow and develop. This is you striking back. This is the empath striking back. And meanwhile, the narcissist is keeping watch. It's antagonizing them. It's irritating them. It's frustrating them that you've actually bounced back from the hurt and the pain, and they didn't fundamentally break you and leave you destroyed. You know, regardless how it ended, discarded, ghosted, reverse discarded, you cut them off. However it ended, it doesn't matter, right? You've basically bounced back from that hurt and that pain, you know, and you've become this whole new version of yourself. So I know it's tough overcoming the hurt, you know, but you have to understand that what I'm trying to address in this video is pain. This pain that you're going through is progress, you know. It's actually you being molded and shaped and crafted by the universe, by God, however you want to look at it, by your angels, you know, crafting you, making you into your best version, which is it's an uncomfortable pain at first, but you'll start to understand that this pain is progress, and all of that pain that you went through was progress to bring you to this new version of yourself 2.0, right? And the thing is you will meet someone new, you know. Never feel like you can't do better than a narcissist. That's a trick of the devil. That's a trick of negative energy. That's a trick of the enemy, right? Trying to make you feel like you can't do better than a narcissist. If we, you know, collectively as empaths, if empaths can't do better than a narcissist, then what the hell? That makes no sense, right? Of course you can do better than a narcissist. That's part of the reason why this has happened, right? You have discernment now. You have the ability to judge well. You've grown in discernment. You've grown in wisdom. You've become a whole new version. You're able to, you know, see red flags and pick out narcissists now. You may have seen them in your own families or in your friendship circles. You're able to see narcissists now. You might have seen them at the workplace. You might have seen them in other areas. You might have seen them on TV. You might have seen them in other areas, and you figured this out now that you can suss out a narcissist, right? So what I'm saying to you is never feel like you can't do better than a narcissist. Now, like I've said many times before, there was there was someone who I ran a session with, and their dad was in his 70s, and he was with a narcissist for 30 years, right? So that's 3 decades, right? He was with a narcissist for 3 decades, and the relationship ended with him and the narcissist, and he met someone like he calls his soulmate now in his 70s, and they and the daughter who I done a session with gets on well with his new partner, and her dad and his new soulmate, he's healing, and he's healing, and he travels around the world together with, this isn't a fairy tale, this is reality. This is what he managed to do after 3 decades of abuse, right? And he's fortunate that his daughter was wise enough to see that the mother was in fact the narcissist, and was able to decipher that. So she was able to see through the patterns of the behavior that the mother was doing. And he's gone on to better things now, right? So that's in his 70s. So, and I'm not sure exactly how old he was. So he's in his 70s. He wasn't 70. He was in his 70s. So what I'm saying is you can still meet someone. It's never too late, right? It's never too late, and it's not no rush neither. Just like I said about, taking your time to heal, it's not a race. It's not a race to find someone either. It's not a race to find someone, either. It's not a race to, there was something else I mentioned about not racing, about, it's not a race to wake up either to narcissistic abuse, so it's not a race to heal. It's not a race to wake up to narcissistic abuse. It's not a race to find someone new either, right? You don't need to fall into that mind state, right? So don't let negative energy or negative forces try and tell you, or the devil or whatever you want to call it, try and tell you, oh, you're going to be alone forever. Oh, I'm trying to paint this image in your head, because you can meet someone, and you'll meet someone of substance. You'll meet someone meaningful. You'll meet someone transparent. You'll meet someone honest. You'll meet someone true. And every single fake and snake that tries to get in your path will be cut out of your path, right? And you'll align with someone on your frequency, someone on your energy, maybe a fellow empath, and you'll align with someone genuine, and all the fakes and snakes will be cast aside, because you'll be able to see through them, and separation will occur. You won't be with them, it will even if God will take them out your life, the universe will take them out your life. This is just how it will be, So just understand it's never too late. Take your time. And just be kind to yourself, during this healing journey, during your rise from the ruins, be kind to yourself, treat yourself like a guest, and continue to rise. This is you striking back, empath. This is you striking back. It's ahead of you. It's going to happen. It's not fantasy. It's real, right? This relationship ended for you to rise from ruins into a new version of yourself and strike back. And the narcissist that was involved in your life is going to be so pissed off, annoyed, frustrated that you've actually managed to become a whole new version of yourself and meet someone even genuine and kind in the future too, And along the way, you would have got involved in things like your purpose, your meaning, you'd have developed, or hobbies or whatnot, and you would have found other things you've had other blessings in your life. You have a load of blessings that come in your life, through people, through through wealth, everything. It will come back to you, So you're gonna rise from ruins, and this will be you striking back, empath. So just be kind to yourself, treat yourself kindly, So like I was saying, I know that you can be in a bad place after a relationship, right? You can be in a bad place, and it can last for some time. But just remember, like I was saying, it's not a race and everyone heals at different rates, you know? And you need to remember this about many victims of narcissistic abuse. Don't wake up, you know? The relationship ends, they're discarded, reverse discarded or whatnot, and they don't even wake up to the narcissistic abuse they're involved in. There's many narcissistic abuse victims that are still caught up in the relationships that don't wake up, you know? So I know it might not seem like it now, but you will be so grateful. You know, some of you have already seen why you're grateful for the relationship ending, but some of you are still not seeing that, but it will come. You'll get to that point where you're grateful the relationship ended, and you'll see how you got your life back. And then you'll prepare for your blessings up until then. You know, be prepared for your blessings to come. You know, this path will lead to success. You know, this is the best revenge that you can get. You know, this is the best revenge on the narcissist you can get, is your life leading to success. And the narcissist will keep watching you. It's going to antagonize them. It's going to frustrate them. And this rise from ruins will transform you to become a whole new person, a whole new version 2.0. You being prepared for your future. Like I was saying, I know it's tough, you overcoming the hurt, but this pain is progress. You will meet someone new, all in good time. Just bear patience. You will meet someone new, the right person for you. Never feel like you can't do better than a narcissist. You have discernment now. You have the ability to judge well. Remember the story I told you about the person who had on sessions with dad, who met someone in his 70s, met his soulmate in his 70s after 3 decades of abuse, 30 years, right? It's never too late. Just take your time, you know, and be kind to yourself. Treat yourself like a guest and continue to rise, empath. Continue to rise. So anyway, thanks for listening today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you want to donate, you don't have to, but if you'd like to support the channel, you can. Links in the description box below. For more narcissism-based content, check out our other channel. Links in the description box. Please visit the forums. One of them is Tips to Heal, and I'd love to find out what helps you on your journey. Please book a healing session with me if you need advice or some light shed on your situation. The Empath monthly group meeting is coming up at the end of the month. Limited space is available. There's a WhatsApp group for survivors to stay in touch. I'm also doing email consultations if you need a plan of action. The links for all I've mentioned are in the description box below. If you'd like to know more about No Need for Revenge or Narcissist, Karma will see to it. Click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.